Hi, salam alaikum, family. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to Love My Kidneys. Welcome to Love My Kidneys. We appreciate you all coming on in with us. We're gonna get you in the habit of hearing our theme song. We're gonna get you in the habit of hearing our theme song. Okay. So we're gonna start off with that, and we're gonna have a wonderful fireside chat with our dear brother. We're gonna talk about who makes your herbal supplements. We're going to talk about who makes your herbs and supplements. All right. So we're going to start out with our theme song. All right. We hope you all enjoy it. It's next to the bed. It's next to plugged in the thing already. And for those of you who may not know, that beat was made by yours truly. Right there, that theme song was made by yours truly.
And will soon be available.
And will soon be available. TV. All right. That's my brother right there. I see him. We gonna get it started. Brother, just hold on for 1 minute. Give you an opportunity to sit back. All right, so family, once again, you know this is Love My Kidneys, Love My Kidneys. We always trying to bring you that inspirational information about your health and wellness. Trying to bring you that information about your health and wellness, family. And I am your host, Brother Dawood, and this is my beautiful wife, Nafiza, and go ahead, right. And we are here to share information with you. We are here to share information with you that can help you with your health and wellness, even though it is called Love My Kidneys. It is about health and wellness as a holistic perspective, mentally, spiritually, and physically. We got a special treat in the house today. We're going to have our dear brother AITASI L. AITASI L from Quantum RD. This brother is working with Dr. Peters, a wonderful herbalist and a doctor of ours based out of Riverdale, Georgia. Brother doing big things, great things over there. We're going to bring our brother on, and he'll tell you more about that in just a second. But before we bring him on, we want to let you all know if you don't subscribe to the Final Call newspaper, then you should. The Final Call delivering that hard-hitting news that you can use at all times, brothers and sisters. And one of the articles in there is How to Eat to Live. We feature an article every week by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad from that powerful book, How to Eat to Live, 2-volume set. You can pick that up at store.finalcall.com, store.finalcall.com. And if you want those life-giving, life-saving messages by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Honorable Lord Farrakhan, you can pick those up at store.finalcall.com, store.finalcall.com. Also, we want you all to support our store. That's right, we got an Etsy shop that you can go to with wonderful products for you. It's www.etsy.com/shop/Nafeeza, Nafeezah Ali. Again, etsy.com/shop/Nafeeza Nafiza Ali. So you can go there. We got a lot of wonderful, natural, beautiful products for you. My wife, of course, as you know, she is also the queen of rap. She deals in that holistic healing jewelry. And we also have many other wonderful things on that site for you to go
and we
see.
have Brothers products on there too.
That's right. And we also have products from Quantum RD available on our site on Etsy. All right. So you can pick them up there, but we want you to support our brother today. So you can go there and get something else. We want you to support our brother AITASI today. He'll be able to tell you more about that. Well, brothers and sisters, if you want to support us and you've enjoyed hearing from us over these weeks, of course, we can use your help. You can do so by doing it at Cash App. I'm going to put it across the screen as well. That is $ the Queen of Rap 19, $ the Queen of Rap WRAP 19. You can do that and support us right there. All right. Well, family, we about to go ahead and bring our brother on. We are so excited to be with our brother today, and we hope that you will be as excited as us. All right. So we're gonna turn that music off, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring our brother on.
All right.
All right. Peace and blessings, my brother.
So I'm live now, right?
You are. I saw you get yourself together, so I gave you a few extra minutes.
Hey, right on time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Peace, love, and light. I want to first thank you all for having me on your show.
Oh, brother,
it's a pleasure
please.
to be able to add to the information and knowledge that you guys are disseminating. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
I was just telling them to turn it up just a little bit, if we can, so that I can hear a little bit better.
Hold on.
All right.
That's as loud as that.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Okay, go ahead.
Is my background an issue? I think I had the AC on in the car.
Oh no, it's
no,
fine.
it's fine. It's okay. All right. Well, brother, we thank you so much we know you're a busy man. So we really appreciate that you even took the time. And we do watch your Wellness Wednesday. So you do know that we be watching you over there, seeing what you're doing. And we always checking you out, seeing what's going on. I mean, like I reached out to you the other day. I'm like, okay, man, what is with the quinite, man? I'm like, what's going on with that? I'm like, and when you told me, I said, I know it had to be something. I know there had to be something. So, brother, how we want to start this before we get involved in this conversation, dear brother, is that we just want you to actually go ahead and let our audience know exactly who you are, what you do, and then we'll move forward from there. Okay?
Oh, great. That'll work. So, start out. I am AITASI Lee. I'm a master light therapist and an herbalist, and I've got all my certifications through a naturopathic doctor by the name of Sam III, ND, which the ND stands for naturopathic doctor. Dr. Peters introduced me to his herbal supplements and a system of healing with infrared light called light therapy.
Okay.
And Dr. Peters learned these skills while he was with NASA. Him and his father used to work with NASA. NASA's using light therapy for a long time, over 70 years now. So light therapy is not new. It's just pretty much new to us in the public. So for Dr. Peters to leave NASA and coming home with that type of information and knowledge, he actually learned how to make light therapy improve. He improved it to make it better and faster than how NASA uses it. So NASA uses light therapy. It takes 30 days and 30 sessions to get a 15% release from the inflammation, pain, discomfort, whatever the case is. NASA uses the light therapy for astronauts in space to help them grow food And NASA uses the light therapy to help the astronauts when they come from space to help them recover from being weightless and muscle fatigue and so forth. So with their system, 30 minutes every day for 30 days, 15% relief is what they were able to achieve. Dr. Peters was able to adjust the lights, and he was able to get 85% relief in one 30-minute session.
Wow.
So that's the difference between traditional light therapy and quantum natural health and wellness with light therapy. Quantum Research and Development is the supplement company, referred to as QRD Incorporated.
Okay.
So he had the supplements first. That's the first thing he did. He wrote a book. I'm gonna show you his book. This is the book, Natural Remedies in an Unnatural World.
Okay.
So this book, he's written it at least over 5 years ago. Let me see when it was. It's over 5 years ago, and it explains how he made his first supplements, Alpha 7 and Kidney Restore. These are the two of his first supplements that he ever made, and how he was able to help people overcome HIV and kidney disease. So the testimony is coming from his clients and their doctors, not him. So they're saying that the clients no longer have HIV after using his herbal supplements. His clients are no longer suffering from kidney disease and having to use dialysis because of his supplements. So with his supplements alone, he's been able to help reverse disease. When he got a hold of light therapy, it helped the body receive the supplements and absorb them at a rapid rate to help rebuild damaged cells at a rapid pace to overcome disease really fast. And pain, of course, just basic any acute injuries. The light therapy will help tremendously, really quickly. So, with that being said, I saw the great brilliance in this man, and I took my family and loved ones to him to help get relief from pain like sciatica and kidney failure and blood pressure medication usage. We tried to find a way to get off of that. Sciatic nerve pain. There just was no relief in sight until I met Dr. Peters, and he was able to help me in minutes with each one of my situations. So I was like, I want to be a student of yours. And ever since that day, I have been. And a year later, he made me his first light therapist. And now here we are. It's 5 of us. We have our own light therapy practice under Dr. Peters, using his techniques, his whole philosophy, supplements, and equipment. And it's the greatest on the planet, which makes us the greatest natural healers on earth. And I always say,
all right now.
I'm serious because our next book
over there now.
The next book is coming out. Did you see the Quantumite pen that I posted before?
Brother, I saw the pen, but I didn't know what it was.
What it is basically it's an ink pen, but he quantumized it. So if you know anything about Quantumite, which I know most of our viewers may not, Quantumite is this ring, this pendant, this ink pen, and believe it or not, this book. All of these are Quantumite, and they are infrasonic wave devices. So an infrasonic wave device literally raises your vibrations and helps you to get into homeostasis, which is the place everyone wants to be with their body, right? Everything's working together in balance. So it balances the chakras. It helps relieve anxiety. It lowers your blood pressure, and just holding it for 5 minutes, it relieves pain. Anywhere you place it on your body, you can relieve pain, headaches, toothaches, shoulder pain. I have many videos where I'm in the gym working out and I see somebody in pain. So I approach them and I let them hold the Quantumite so that they can get some relief. And in just 2 minutes, they're feeling better and able to get back to working out or able to actually breathe and get through that moment that I saw them struggling with. It's amazing. It's an infrasonic wave device. And for example, crystals have infrasonic waves. So
come on now.
She understands this concept. The infrasonic waves that are coming off of the crystals are basically affecting you. That's why they say crystals are alive, and crystals have properties that help to heal you in different ways.
Yeah.
Dr. Peters first started out using crystals to turn into Quantumite, and it's a system, and I can't even explain exactly the system of how he transforms these objects into Quantumite. However, it has something to do with the infrared light and the object being able to hold vibration or hold current. And when Dr. Peters uses the system to change this object into quantumite, it magnifies the vibrations by, I guess, at least 50 times, because as soon as you touch it or come close to it, you can feel the vibrations off of it, raising your vibrations, and it causes your body to heat up in the place where you have some kind of damage or you need some attention. So with light therapy, you can shine the light on a particular pressure point. Say I was using the pressure point for the uterus for a woman. I would use 3 fingers below the belly button. I would shine the light right there, and it would stimulate that whole area, stimulate blood flow and nutrients to come into that area and start the healing process and bring the vitamins and create the substance called ATP, which is the healing part of your body that the chemical that's produced when it's time to heal or repair.
Okay.
And the quantumite does the same thing without the stimulation of the light. The quantumite, you just place it in the place that you need it, or hold it in your hands, because all of the pressure points in your hands correspond to a different part of your body.
Right.
And that will stimulate that part of your body. For instance, I had a client the other day that had a problem with his hip. So one of the pressure points for the hip is out here. So I hit him with the light there just for a moment, and the pain in his hip released. So that's reflexology and acupuncture, pressure points, and so forth.
Right.
But we use the light and the stones in that way because it's a natural remedy for stimulating blood flow to a certain part of your body. And if you have herbal supplements in your body, then your body will absorb them and use them to rebuild. And if your body is stimulated by something like quantumite or light therapy, then your body will receive that message saying, hey, there's damage there, so fix it. The body's going to start fixing it as long as you provide an alkaline environment and provide the nutrients. So without teaching me all of this over the course of the last 4 years, I am now about to be a naturopathic doctor myself.
Watch out now.
Yes.
Watch out. Congratulations. Watch out now.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. Our book, like I said, our book is coming out next month. It's called The Greatest Natural Healers in the World. We Can Prove It. It's our book. Myself, Dr. Peters, other 4 light therapists, we all have our chapters in the book explaining what we've been through on our journey with light therapy as far as we've been so far with all of his products and quantumite and light therapy.
When is this? When is this coming out?
September. Yep, the end of September.
I want to be the first one to purchase it.
Awesome. And it's going to be quantumized. So let me finish telling you. So the book and the pen are quantumized. Remember I was telling you how quantumite works? You can hold this paperback book and get the vibrations off of it because it held a charge.
Wow.
The pen holds a charge. You grab this pen. I have people try it. They hold the pen. I said, man, I feel it in my fingertips. It's starting to go up my arm. I feel it going into my elbow because the raising the vibrations is real. Just like any of the rings or the pendants or the earrings or the bracelets or the pendants. So it's amazing and mind-blowing, but sometimes you have to experience it to really believe it is actually happening. Okay. Because to raise your vibrations by holding a book or a pen or a ring or a necklace is really ridiculous. And so just looking at it at face value. But it's science. It's called infrasonic waves. Look it up. It's and I wouldn't have a whole career and a whole platform to speak about this on if it wasn't real. I can't survive. It's not sustainable if I don't have a great product that really works.
Right.
Dr. Peters has a product that really works, all of his products. So being able to help people overcome diabetes, being able to help people overcome high blood pressure, helping people get off of dialysis and restore the nephrons in their kidneys by using a supplement and light therapy, or just one or the other, helping people get rid of kidney stones in 24 hours when they normally need surgery. I can close a cut, an open cut. I can close it in within 5 minutes with infrared light.
Wow.
A gaping wound, bleeding, wide open. I had it on YouTube. It's on one of my videos. A lady had cut her thumb open, and I was there to witness her trying to rewrap it. I said, hey, what happened? She said, I cut it open and I scraped it real bad. It was down to the white meat, looked like it was to the bone. I gave it light therapy for 5 minutes, man. And before your eyes, you could see it closing, stop bleeding, and starting to scab.
Wow.
So when I tell people we're the greatest natural healers in the world, I can prove it. Those are the type of things that I can prove. You can slice your arm open and I can come help assist you stop the bleeding and start the scabbing effects like you've been healing for 2 weeks with just a light. And I give you a herbal supplement, of course, to help along, but nobody is doing that. I don't know anything that does that. And until somebody else does it, I stand at the top and say we're the greatest natural healers on the planet. until someone else come along and show me otherwise. Dr. Peters is a monster, and he's a scientist and an herbalist, and he's a good man. That's another thing. He has integrity. He has integrity. He has good products. They're ethically sourced from South and Central America, where the herbs come from naturally in natural habitat. So when I say he's the greatest, even if all the ones could be brought back to life that were great, Dr. Peters will still stand alone because of what he has is this herbs and science, and nobody has it. Nobody can do it, and it's just amazing. I just got to try to get you all to look at the videos, and your people, your listeners, and your followers to look at the videos on the Simple Truth LLC.com, or just on YouTube type in the Simple Truth LLC. And the videos, 200 something videos of me getting real life testimonies from people that have experienced light therapy, most of the time only as a sample. And it's always mind blowing. And that's why I always record it, because it's hard to believe. And then even then, we're watching the video with such kind of dynamics to it. You will be like, maybe he's paying them, maybe they're acting, maybe he's just got a really colorful crew of people that are willing to testify about certain things. And when you see the diversity of my clients, most people are up in age or just in really bad pain at the moment. And you can see it in their faces. You can see the realness of it. It's not scripted, and I just do it real. It's the simple truth. It's not complicated. I can't make this stuff up, you know?
Yes, sir. And I've seen it on TV out and about when we used to do the farmer markets and different things. People that were in pain. And I'm not sure. People were in pain, and you actually relieve them of the pain with the red light.
In minutes.
Yes, sir. So, okay, I know we got a few questions. When you just shared the information, a whole lot of other questions just popped up in my head.
Sure.
And I will have to say I'm going to have to go and watch some of the videos on Simple Truth. You said Simple Truth LLC.com. Okay. All right, yes, I'm gonna definitely have to do that because a lot of questions just came up. But I know we have some questions, and maybe at the end we can go over them. We're having some kind of rambling noise. I'm not sure where that's coming from.
Is it static? Is it better now?
Yeah.
I still get a little static when you speak. But
I don't know. It's kind of like some clicking.
Yeah.
Sound like who?
Can you hear it on your end?
No, I just hear it. Whenever you speak, I hear some little crackling sound.
Okay. Let me try that. Okay. Let me see. Okay.
Well, that sounds much better.
That's better.
But there it is again. Sorry. It's very slight. It's not bothering me though. I can still hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. That ain't the mic.
Well, I'm gonna have to keep moving.
Hold on.
I might need to take some of this quantum light jewelry off.
I don't know what that is. You can play that after. Okay.
We just gonna have to look over it.
Okay, we just gonna have to kind of work through it with that. You know, I don't know what that is. But anyway, brother, again, we thank you so much for coming, but we want to delve into what we. I mean, you gave so much already. But our first question was, what is the difference between commercialized synthetic herbal supplements and natural herbs? Because when you go into the stores and you getting supposed to be the pure vitamin C or whatever like that, what is the difference between natural herbs and what we're getting commercially? What is the difference?
That's a good question. Commercially, what you have to be careful of is synthetic additives, ingredients, just like you said, the synthetic part, because the way they can make this the vitamin supplements very profitable is to cut the herbs with something that's very cheap. And synthetic materials are pretty cheap, and they can stretch it out, making it into a nice sized tablet. And as long as there is a micromilligram of the ingredient in that tablet, then technically and officially they're not lying about the ingredients. So yeah, it's some vitamin A in there, but it's a micromilligram. If it's a micromilligram, it's smaller than a grain of salt smashed into 1,000 pieces. So if a grain of salt is
Okay. We kind of lost you for a second, brother. Kind of lost you for a second.
everything reset.
We heard most of what you said.
I heard most of it, but then
saying that it's broken down into 1,000. You said
micromilligram, which is smaller than the grain of salt.
Well, you're right. The grain of salt smashed into 1,000 pieces. One of those thousands pieces is the size of a micromilligram, and that is why the body probably won't even recognize it when it's ingested, and you'll continue to take multivitamins of that nature that are not helping you, and you're not noticing any difference. The difference with Dr. Peter's supplements, he uses whole milligrams of the actual raw herb, and you're getting all of it that you need, and you don't have any synthetic fillers in it. So the size of the tablet is literally made up of nothing but the whole food ingredient. And in the mainstream, you can get a bottle.
You went out on us, brother. He went out.
I need to find out how to put this on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, we can't hear you for a second, and your video went out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to reconnect with the brother.
We're gonna have to reconnect with him.
But wow, that was some powerful information that he just dropped right there. The science that Dr. Peters has been able to study and actually put it into his herbs and.
All right, here you go.
He's back. Okay. But yeah, guys, we got to check out these his website.
All right. Okay, I got you back now, brother. Wait a minute. I can't hear you.
How about now?
There we go. I got you.
All right.
Okay. Man, I hope nobody else calls me. I'm so sorry. So, a micromilligram is in essence not enough to do anything or make an effect on your body, or your body won't even recognize it. So that's why the stuff that you can get out of the grocery store is pretty cheap and seems affordable. It's actually just doing nothing. It's causing your body to digest something that's not even benefiting you. So when you're digesting fillers, it's just like maybe. It's like making a trip to Atlanta and back from Warner Robinson. That's just an idea that I can use. And not doing anything when you get to Atlanta, just driving straight back. You're just putting miles in your car for nothing. You didn't get anything accomplished. It didn't absorb any nutrients. It didn't help rebuild anything that was deficient. It just went through the whole process of digestion, and your body used energy to digest it, and it didn't do anything. And sometimes it leaves a residue of something that can cause you damage over time. It can accumulate in your body because it's synthetic. When you build up toxins and synthetic materials in your body over time, when you reach that point of being full of toxins, full of that substance, it'll start affecting you, and you'll be like, "Wow, what happened? All of a sudden, I just don't feel good. I've been taking these vitamins for years." But as they build up in you, the toxicity or whatever it is that's not natural builds up in you and cause you a problem. And that's when you have to want to look at what you're putting in your body to figure out what caused the problem, because we don't want to just try to help the surface symptom. We want to get to the root cause of what started the problem, and to do that, you have to backtrack and self-assess yourself. About what you put into your body on a daily basis.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, y'all heard it here, man. Y'all heard it here. What the difference is.
Right.
And you kind of went over the second question already. But basically, why did you even seek Dr. Peters out in the first place? And how did you come to start working with him? I mean, we heard you say that you took your family to him. What was going on, and how did you actually come to working with brother?
Thanks for that question. So, how I got involved with Dr. Peters and what got me to trusting him with my family and stuff, like you said, um, when you get to the point where you don't have any relief in sight, you're and you're searching for answers. You try whatever comes along your path. Obviously, it was ordained by God for me to cross his path while I was looking for relief from my mother's sciatic nerve pain. So with sciatic nerve pain, the hospital just offered her a shot and some drugs. The next morning, she was in pain again. Pain levels on 10, from 0 to 10. So for 10 days, I tried all the over-the-counter ointments, drugs, all the pharmaceutical painkillers, the shot, the steroid, no relief. So I said, hey, I called Dr. Peters. I said, I heard he had a light or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much it cost, but I heard the therapy was effective for sciatic nerve pain. And I contacted him, and he told me to bring her right away. And $125 later, 20-minute session is my very first video on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, my very first video is myself and my mother going to Dr. Peters' office to get rid of her sciatic nerve pain. And he did it in 20 minutes with the infrared light. He shined the light on a few pressure points on her back and her glute and her leg. And all the pain was gone in 20 minutes. And then afterwards, she took an 8-hour drive from Atlanta to Louisiana. And you can't do that when you have sciatic nerve pain.
Right.
When he did that for her, I said, hey, man, I want to learn how to do that. What school do I need to go to learn this? And how many years it's going to take me? How much money you going to charge me? I want to do this. This is what I need to do. Because I couldn't find anyone to help my mother. And she was in this straight up level 10 pain. No one could help her. And they did everything they could, and they sent her home. So when he turned on that light for 20 minutes and fixed the whole problem, I said, man, everybody needs to know you exist. There's no reason for anybody to have sciatic nerve pain and be in the hospital crying like my mama was, and you sit here and shine a light on their butt for 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was blown away in awe, and he made me become a student. I started selling his herbal supplements. That's the first thing I did. He wouldn't let me become a light therapist. He said he didn't do apprentices, he didn't do students and stuff like that. So what happened was I ended up just bugging him. I bugged him all the time. I became an affiliate and a distributor for QRD supplements. And as I used them in my house, my family, for whatever the case was that I needed them for, his products always performed. They always helped us overcome the flu and the cold, sinus issues, headaches, blood pressure, PMS balance issues. Man, you name it. Attention deficit disorder type of thing. Like when you're having trouble concentrating and retaining what you're reading, we have a product for that called NeuroSpark. Alzheimer's, dementia. Man, everything I used the products for, they worked for anybody I recommended them to. So after showing my studiousness, that's the word, I gained his trust, and he invited me to become a light therapist, the very first ever under him. And I accepted the training, and ever since then, I've been on a move to promote and show the world what Dr. Peters and I can do with infrared light because of the relief I was able to get my own mother when there was no help in sight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, praise God. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. So how's your mom doing now? I mean, is it from one light therapy session, or
One light
is it
therapy
something that you have to continue to do?
It's not always that case for everyone, but my mom had one session, and that was it.
Huh.
And she drove 8 hours, and she got down there. The next day, she called me. She said, "Hey, still feels good." I said, "Okay, okay." I said, well, "I'm trying to figure out how to get one." And, it took me some years, but eventually, here I am. master light therapist, herbalist, and soon to be naturopathic doctor. This
Yes, sir.
man, like he gave me a chance when nobody else was worried about me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I had the energy to say, "Hey, man, I really want to learn this." And
Right.
you know, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's an
That's
old
right.
so it just happened that way. Just
Yes,
happened.
sir.
Yeah.
Well, I can definitely bear with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just remember when we first met you. I believe we met you at the park. Yeah, and you were giving out light therapy sessions. I
Yeah.
believe it was in Warner Robins, if I'm not mistaken.
Juneteenth, right?
You're giving out light therapy sessions in, and one of our good friends, Sister Terry, was telling us that she had experienced the light therapy and I worked for her, and what you all were doing. And then at that time too, what ended up happening, of course, I let you know about what was going on with my wife. And you actually traveled to our house and then you did the light therapy on her. And I mean, this brother just been a brother of service. I mean, even when it was a point where we didn't even have all the money we needed to have to do things, this brother was like, I just want to help, you know, send me this and I send you what she needs herbally and things like that. I mean, and that's one reason why we love what you all are doing. I mean, because for us, it is not only the testimony of the beauty of what you're doing, it's also the service that you all provide. It's one thing to be able to have a great healing modality, but if the service is not there, you know what I mean, then that can make all the difference in the world. So I definitely want to thank you for your service, you know what I mean, and what you all do and you being out front, because I know brother don't like to be out front like that. Dr. Peters don't like to be out front like that. And he picked a good representative for himself because I mean, this brother, he just shares that philosophy every week of what you all are doing and have been able to do. So that leads me to my next question, and that is like, what are some of the greatest successes that you've seen? You don't have to, I know it's many, but what are some of the ones that kind of stand out in your mind that you received from either the herbal side or light therapy, whichever you want to deal with?
So if I get this right, are you saying an example of one or two of the experiences I've had that will kind of just stand out to me with light therapy and herbs?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one, I would say Dr. Peter showed me a picture of this woman's foot, and her foot was decaying, had poor circulation, she had diabetic neuropathy, and she was scheduled for surgery to get her foot cut off. And what happened was she came to us for light therapy and herbs, and before her surgery date, she was able to cancel her surgery for her foot getting cut off because she was able to regain the circulation in her foot.
Wow.
And everything, range of motion, everything. We have a before and after picture of her foot, and it inspired me because I said, if Dr. Peter can do this, why are you guys worried about anything else that we can do? Like, look at what he did. He saved the foot from getting cut off when they were scheduled. They tried to sue him. They tried to sue Dr. Peters for saving her foot when she chose to cancel her own surgery. They didn't succeed in suing him, but they attempted to because they were losing over $50,000 for their surgery. So, at the bottom line is, oh my bad. Get back to my point. He saved this lady's foot. So I had a client, and she had a spider bite that was similar. And spider bite was not neuropathy. It was just the venom itself was decaying the flesh in her leg where it bit her.
I've seen that.
So it took me 2 weeks to save her leg, but I saved her leg from getting cut off because they were cutting out inches of flesh every month. They were working on her leg. They worked on her leg for 8 months, and during the 8 months, they used antibiotics, and they were not able to get her any relief. Excuse me 1 second. So they weren't able to get any relief, and the flesh was continuing to deteriorate.
Huh.
Go. Can you hear me?
It broke up.
It broke up. It broke up a little bit.
Okay, we can't hear anything now.
We can't hear nothing now, Will. No. It sounds real staticky.
Okay.
Okay.
Like
so we gonna let him let him try to come back in a minute. Okay. All right. So family, as you can hear, all right, there you go. As you can hear and see the incredible things that they have been able to do over at Quantum RD, or incredible things that they've been able to do with the light therapy, with the herbs. One of the reasons we brought the brother on the show is because we utilize the herbs and everything as well. So we're gonna bring him back in now. Wait, we gotta go. No, we gotta go back. What happened? It's blank. Okay. Oh, there you go. Can you hear me? Oh, wait. Okay.
All right.
Wait a minute. We can't hear you for whatever reason. Is your phone on mute by chance? Because it's saying I can't unmute your mic.
How about now?
Okay.
Let's use error.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm trying to pick up where I left off. I saved this woman's
okay.
And for 8 months, doctors were trying to help her, and they could not. It was mind blowing. Her flesh was rotting. It smelled like rotting flesh when I met her. Now her leg is completely intact, with minimal scarring. And I did that in 2 weeks with light therapy and Alpha 7. So that's one of the great things. Another thing we did together as a team at Quantum, we unparalyzed a man before, and I had that on video as well. So this guy had 2 strokes. He fell and hit his head and was paralyzed on his left side. And we used light therapy on him for 3 hours. And he was able to regain the feeling in his fingertips and his toes and move them. The second session was a week later, and he was able to move his leg and his whole arm and shoulder and stand up. So we have completely unparalyzed the man while using light therapy, reconnecting the neurons and the nerves that had been severed and disrupted during the strokes and the other injuries that he had. So kidneys. I had this one girl. She's 32 years old, very young, on dialysis. She had lupus. Lupus affected her kidneys tremendously. So by the time she got on dialysis, she finally let me help her. So she got kidney restore, blood pressure balance, and immune factor X. Immune factor X helps with autoimmune diseases. Kidney restore, of course, helps with the kidneys, help you build the nephrons, help you process water better, and help you just get the kidneys flushed out and to flush out heavy metals and toxins from your body. Blood pressure balance keeps your blood pressure in check, so you don't have to use an external substance like blood pressure medications, which cause a whole slew of problems. So I gave her those 3 things, and in 40 days, she said, I'm urinating 6 times a day on my own. when I go to dialysis, I don't retain any water, so I don't know what's next. I said, what's next is you have to go ahead and leave. You have to decide that you don't need dialysis and you're going to leave. They're not going to really just discharge you happily because they're going to be losing money. But she was able to say, wow, I don't need dialysis anymore. I have a 72-year-old man who's on dialysis, and he is also urinating 6 times a day on his own, not retaining any water when he goes to dialysis. He's basically there because they tell him he needs to clean his blood. And until he says that he's ready to walk out of there, he'll continue to go to dialysis for no reason because, he's got in his mind that he still has to go even though he's not retaining water, even though his kidneys are working on their own. Even when he misses a day or two of dialysis, he's still able to urinate on his own and keep the water off of him. He got off his blood pressure medication. So those are the things that I was just able to do with a supplement in 1 or 2 sessions of light therapy and change the lives of people that thought their life was going to be always on dialysis. Because being on dialysis caused you to lose days of life every week, not to mention recuperating from the day that you went to dialysis. So if you go 3 days a week, you're actually suffering 6 days a week because you have to recuperate. So 1 day out of the week, you actually get to live. That's 4 days a month. If you can get off dialysis, you can get your life back. And there is a way to do that. So those are just two of the most prevalent things in my mind that always stand out because it's just amazing. That girl's leg, I got 5 videos on it. 5.
Yeah.
Every 2 days I saw
Yes,
it.
sir.
You can check it out.
Yes, sir. So let everybody know where that website is so that they can actually see the testimonies, because that's something that we love to do. Want you to go and be able to see exactly what you all are doing and exactly what's going on so they can see the testimonies for themselves. So, what is that website?
Oh, thesimpletruthllc.com. THE, the word simple, the word truth, LLC.com. It's my
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this gonna be our final question right here. Why do you feel many medical doctors say the natural route to healing, like herbs and supplements and natural remedies, are not the best route to take? Why do you think they say stuff like that?
Mostly because of the bottom line, their bottom line. Um, if you're going to go and try a natural route to health and wellness, you're not going to need them. So obviously they want to survive and they're going to continue to promote what they have to offer. So going natural means that you won't need drugs, and they're drug dealers. They deal drugs for a living. And if you're taking herbs, you're not taking drugs, it's going to affect the bottom line. Ultimately, that's why any other reason that they may come up with would be just some type of scapegoat reason to hinder you from trying natural remedies. Because natural remedies actually get results and they help the root cause of the problem. As with medications, they are for symptoms and they put a band-aid on the surface of your problem, not ever getting to the root cause of the problem, helping you to get rid of the problem, just to manage the problem. So that's different. And the reason behind their thinking is their training. Drugs is how you help people be healthy. They're not trained to use herbs to help people be healthy.
Right.
So they're not going to go against their own training. And like I said, it affects the bottom line because if you're selling drugs, if somebody's buying herbs, it means they're not buying drugs.
Well, that's where we get it from. Selling drugs in the community, right? It comes from the top.
Go for the top.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's really beautiful. So I have a question regarding I know you're going through the process to become a holistic healing doctor, right? How long have you been studying now to do that?
4 years.
3 years?
No, 4.
Oh, 4 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, we're taking on new clients and new students for naturopath, not for naturopath, for light therapists. You get your light therapy certificate as well as the herbalist certificate through Dr. Peters, and it's $3 grand. It takes 6 to 8 months, and it's one class per month, about 3 or 4 hours per class. So that's just something for people that are interested in becoming certified as a light therapist and an herbalist. You can have your own practice for $3 grand. It's unheard of.
And what areas do you serve?
What areas do we serve? Oh, just Riverdale right now. As far as the what's it called? The academy. As far as the academy goes, it's just in Riverdale at Dr. Peters' home office.
No, I'm saying you and what it is that you do with helping people with the light therapy and with the herbs and things like that. You actually go to the people, right? Or they come to you.
Yeah, I do in-home appointments, so you can actually book me to come to your home or to a place where you're gonna have a gathering or whatever. I do presentations as well as light therapy service in your home, or we can meet at the home office if that's what you choose.
Okay. Well, I'm saying you service like Nathan, Warner Robins,
Yep, and I'm actually servicing the country right now. If you need me in LA, I'll fly out there, help somebody with some burns. I know they got fires going on. Wherever you need it, I can come to.
Oh, okay.
I service Middle Georgia on a regular as well as Atlanta area.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, that's awesome.
I have to say this.
Well, brother, we just gonna really kind of open up the floor for you. If you got any closing statements, let everybody know where they can connect with you at on Facebook, Instagram, also where they can get the products and everything from. Because we definitely want people to support.
I definitely gonna say this, and then I'll have to go because I'm at 1%, believe it or not. So, the LLC.com is my digital business card. It has all of my platforms in one place.
Okay.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of them are there, including the websites for light therapy and the websites for the herbal supplements. But I encourage everyone to go to you guys' link. If you post that in the chat, let them get your link because we want to support you as an affiliate, and that's also supporting me and Dr. Peters at the same time. Each one reach one, teach one. We have natural herbal supplements that can help overcome anything, and we're the greatest in the world, and I stand on that in front of anybody. And I challenge you to contact me if you want me to come out and do a speaking engagement or a demonstration. It's a small fee, but it's definitely worth it because what I bring to the table is something that no one else in the world has, and because of Dr. Peters, we're the world's greatest, and I can prove it.
Yes, sir. I think it's definitely Black excellence.
That's right.
We are affiliates. You and Dr. Peters, we believe in the product, take the product, and I've definitely experienced some results from the product, and I'm still taking them, and I'm still waiting on my breakthrough, and I know that it's going to happen. So if I was in Atlanta, I'd be able to get some light therapy. Or if I could afford to fly you out here, you would give it to me. But I'm gonna take my healing as a time, and I truly thank you for your time today and all that you do, brother. And may Allah continue to bless you and what it is that you're doing to help our people.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
I have technical difficulties. This 1% is flashing at me. So I want to thank you all again for having me. I can't wait to see the replays. I can share with some people. Continue to do what you guys are doing. Be great.
Yes, sir. I think that 1% is really preventing us from hearing what you're saying. We'll have to have you on the show at another time. Talk a little bit further, a little bit deeper, and maybe even show some of the testimonies on the next time that we're able to do this. All right, fam. Thank you all so much. I'm sorry that the connection was really bad today, but I got a lot out of it, even though, the connection wasn't that great. And prayerfully we'll have him on the show again.
Yeah.
So that we can actually show some of the testimonies. But if you're on the show today, he already gave us his website where we can go and kind of view it on our own. And I'm definitely going to go and look at some of them. I mean, I've talked with people who have used the service and they've had success. And like I said, I'm actually taking the kidney restore.
Right.
I was taking the blood pressure balance at one point, but I haven't been consistent with taking it. So, that's, as they say, on me. It's just my process of going through my healing. But anyway, that is so awesome to have a brother who has worked for NASA, gotten this technology and this information, and now he's applied it to herbs and items that can actually help the body tell itself to heal.
Yes, yes, like we were talking about earlier with the power of faith and prayer, that the minister said that the body can actually heal itself.
Right.
And so that's exactly what they're causing the body to do light therapy, and also helping it further along with the herbs and everything like that. So family, one of the things that we're doing is that we're in the process of getting together the Love My Kidney Foundation.
Right.
And the Love My Kidney Foundation, one of the things that we want to do is bring brothers like this to be able to travel and things like that, to be able to come and make this therapy available to others, or even help to train others in this area where we are, so that we can actually make this available. One thing is, when you're diagnosed with something, a lot of times when you go into the doctor's office and whatnot, one of the things that they tell you, okay, like tell my wife, certain doctors would tell my wife, well, you'll never come off blood pressure medicine. You'll never come off this. You'll never stop doing that. Well, see, they're not taught that the body can heal itself.
Right.
They're not taught the nutrition. They're not taught herbalism and naturopathy to be able to bring the body back into balance, which is really strange. I mean, unless it was designed that way. And we bear witness that it was, because one of the things that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said was that he would fight until all of the pharmaceutical companies went down.
Right.
That you had no more need for pharmaceutical companies at all. You see, because no medicine that you're taking heals. No medicine that you're taking heals. It can help alleviate symptoms,
right,
but it cannot heal.
Right.
Okay? Only God, only things that are natural, only the body itself can actually regenerate, rebuild.
Right.
Right?
Like we were talking earlier, it's you have to create an environment.
Yes.
You have to create that environment within your body itself in order to heal. I spoke with a beautiful brother the other day, and he was sharing with me how you can have all the herbs in your body. You can have all the good food in your body. You can even have good thoughts in your body. But if your energy within your body is not moving properly, then your body can't rid itself of the poison, right? It can't. Your cells, if your cells are not receiving the herbs,
right,
then it's not going to regenerate.
Come on now.
The cells is what regenerate the body.
Right.
So if your cells are not opening up, if your cells are not receiving these herbs properly, then you're really not going to get the benefit of them. And I think that's one of the things that the light therapy does, is it helps that cell to open up to receive all the herbs that that you're getting. So it's many avenues to healing, and each individual is different. Okay, what works for one may not work for the other. So no one thing is absolute. And one brother had mentioned earlier today about how to eat to live. How to eat to live is absolutely 100% the foundation in which we begin what we do when it comes to healing and health.
That's right.
You know, but we have to really go in that book and understand what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was teaching. Some people are healthy and their body is functioning just fine. So they can jump to that 1 meal a day or 1 meal every other day because their body is able to do that. Right. But when your body has started to be in dis-ease, then you have to move a little different. Right. And my dis-ease may be different from yours. Somebody may have lupus. Somebody may have heart disease. Or
sickle cell.
So, you know, if you're dealing with MS, you're not going to have the same regimen that I'm going to have. Okay? Because your body is going to function different, fam. So when we started this whole thing, we kind of laid out our disclaimers. What works for me may not work for you, but that don't mean you don't get on your journey and make it happen.
Right.
You know, you gotta do that. So I really appreciated Dr. Peters and his study of science because God is a scientist.
That's right.
Okay. God goes to the core of things and he studies. And he look at the things that he's created on the earth. You have to be a scientist in order to create such a great vessel that we live in.
That's right.
Okay, so we can't be afraid of science. We can't think, you know, hocus pocus is going to happen. No, it does take science. It does take spirituality. It does take physical exercise. It does take mental exercise. It takes all of these things to be successful, family.
Right.
Okay, so, you know, I mean, I was just getting a little bit of feedback on some comments, and I appreciate it because it makes you think, you know, and then I want to help you to get to a solution and not have roadblocks because you're stuck one place and thinking this is the only answer because that's not life. Right. You know, life is usually a multiple combination of things.
Right. So that was part of what we talked about in the first show.
Yeah.
Having a positive mental attitude, having the faith to know that you have the ability to heal. If whatever you're dealing with, if you don't start there,
right?
They did a test and they gave one group of people actual medicine, and they gave the other group of people sugar pills. And the ones who took the medicine, some of them said that they felt worse, but the ones who they gave the sugar pill, that had the right positive mental attitude, that believed that they were going to be healed, that believed that this pill that they were going to give them was going to work, they actually showed the real progress. So healing begins here. Healing begins there. Bruce Lee, the martial artist, his back was broken. His back was broken. He was kicked in his back. His back was broken. The doctors told him that he would never, ever walk again. This was before he created Jeet Kune Do. But his wife came with a notebook and told him to fight back with his mind and fix all the problems in martial arts. And as a result of that, with him fighting back with his mind, not only did he walk again, he created an innovative martial arts system that is evolutionary. That is evolutionary, meaning he didn't want it to stay with one thing. He wanted it to evolve with whatever the circumstances were. So you have to be like that. Meaning you can't just seek out one person or one thing and think that that's going to be it. Yes, it starts with how to eat to live. It starts with how to think to live. It starts with making up in your mind that you're going to make the changes necessary to bring about the healing. You can't do the same thing the same way and think you're going to get a different result. Like we said, you can't eat McDonald's every day and you're sick and think you're going to get better.
Right.
You can't eat a whole gallon of ice cream every day and think you're going to get better. That's not realistic. That's not real. You have to change the mind. You have to change the diet. You have to change the lifestyle. Mm-hmm. That's number one, why we don't even use the word diet anyway. Because diet, the root of it is die.
Right, we ain't trying to do
you
that.
Don't want to die. Right. Diet comes and goes. Mm-hmm. But lifestyle, when you change your lifestyle from a death style, because that's what most of us, a lot of us, I say, are living. We're living the death style, excuse me. I'm smoking all the time. I'm drinking all the time. I'm eating bad food, thinking bad thoughts, listening to bad music, and then wondering why you don't feel well.
Right.
You have to change the mind. You have to change the lifestyle. One thing I admire about my wife, and we're going to wrap this up, is that she is committed to the discipline that it takes to transform her body. This is real, and I'm not saying this because she's my wife. She is committed to, if I got to eliminate more sugar out of my diet, I'm going to do it. If I have to eat less, I'm going to do it. If I have to eat more vegetables, more whatever, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to diligently research to find out things that can help me. When she's on the phone with these nurses and doctors, she's not allowing them to take control of this. She is letting them know what she wants, what she will accept, what she won't accept, what's good, what's not. Right. And she's on it. She's looking at her numbers. She's seeing the results of the test. She's looking at what that means and how to balance it out. And I help her as well, but she is on it. If you're dealing with a life-threatening illness, the first thing that you got to realize is that you are in a battle.
Yeah.
So that's the time that you put on the full armor of God.
That's right.
That's the time that you put on the full mind of God to go to war with the darkness, which is the sickness within yourself.
Right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that the God that created himself, he went to war with the darkness, and he brought light, a universe of light, stars, planet, sun, and you see it because he didn't want to be in the darkness. Well, you have to want the same thing. I don't want the darkness of this sickness within me. So what am I going to change? How am I going to discipline myself?
Right.
What am I going to do? What things am I willing to do to bring about my healing? Yes, God is the healer, but you got to work with God to put yourself in the position that he can heal you. You keep putting poison on top of poison on top of poison and think that you're going to be changed.
Right.
No, that don't work like that.
Work like that.
That don't work like that. It ain't going to the doctor and thinking the doctor is going to heal you. No, the doctor in truth is supposed to assist you to heal yourself.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
But most of us go like this. Yeah, give me this pill. Give me that. Give me this. Yes, I'll take that. I'll take this. You don't even question what they're giving you.
Look, I had a friend not too long ago was upset because the doctor could not solve their problem. And they told me to do this, and I tried that. They told me to do this, and I tried that, and I said, well, first of all, they're practicing medicine. And all of them will tell you, they practice medicine. They don't have the answer. And we are coming more into the knowledge of how to heal our people because we're going back to what God gave us in the beginning.
Come on.
Everything that we need is on this earth.
That's right.
Everything on this earth is in us.
Go ahead.
Because of that, everything, our healing has to come from the earth.
That's
it has
right.
to be natural. You know, these chemicals, we have started using them, but they are really a very temporary kind of fix.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So because God has already given us this, given us the solutions in the earth, being it the herbs, being it our fruits and our vegetables and the natural stones and energy, all of these things we've been given. So now as a people, of course, during slavery, they didn't want us to know none of this. Up from slavery, we was too busy trying to get our heads together, so we weren't really studying it. But now, the hour that we're living in, right? And we definitely have to close because we are way over. But the hour that we are living in, a good God will make sure that we have everything that we need to go into the new world.
Right. Right.
Okay? So you got to know that power that God has given to us as a people, opening us up with Black excellence, where we're able to go into the science, where we're able to go into the earth, where we're able to be fed by the man of God in this hour to clear up our heads so that we can think properly, so that we can heal our bodies, because we got a world of people that we got to save. You know, and that's how I see what I'm going through, because I got people that I got to help. God don't allow you to go through something and not give you a reason for why you're doing it, why you're going through it, why you're suffering. It's okay, fam. You know, and we got to be okay with it, that we got to go through something. Everybody's struggle is different. Some struggles are really spiritual, and that's what it is. Other people may be doing spiritually fine, and then it's the physical. So my point is that the Creator has given us everything that we need, and He's given it to us in an hour that we need it the most.
Yes.
Embrace it. Okay?
That's right.
Embrace it. Embrace yourself. Embrace the love that God has for you, and live your life to the fullest, because, you know, unfortunately, we're losing people a lot. Yes. So let's live to the best of our abilities and help one another get through to the other side, which is the kingdom of God on earth. Okay?
I just want to share this because, like my wife said, healing is like what the Quran says. It's an uphill road. But who will attempt the uphill road?
Yes, sir.
But the way to attempt the uphill road is that you have to celebrate every victory, every small victory.
Right.
You gotta rest, That's okay. But you gotta celebrate every small victory. When you get that sugar under control, you gotta celebrate every small victory. When that blood pressure get down to where it's supposed to be, you gotta celebrate every small victory. Just remember that. How often do we say, I love you, arms? Thank you. I love you, ears. I love you, heart. I love you, body. Right. I love you for giving me the ability to do the thing that I do. How many of us do that?
I tell my kidneys I love them all the time.
That's right.
I love you. I love you for working so hard. I love you for trying to cleanse yourself of the damage that I did. But I love you. Yeah. And I need you. Yeah. You know, and that's part, for me, it's really part of the healing. It really is.
Speak life.
Yes.
To yourself.
Yes.
That's how it starts.
Yes, it does.
Speak life to yourself. No matter what nobody else say, you speak life.
Right.
To you. You may not have all the support you need at home, but you speak life. You say, as a Christian, that nothing is impossible through Christ that strengtheneth me. As Muslims, we say Allah destroyed impossibility when he created himself out of triple darkness, where there's nothing impossible for God and there's nothing impossible for you if you work with God to achieve the victory and the success that you desire. So remember this, family. You already victorious. Name it, claim it, whatever you going through. You got to embrace it, but you have to have the mind that I am going to get the victory over whatever it may be. We don't know what you're going through. But whatever it may be, you have to make up your mind that you're going to get through it. We believe in you. We know you can do it. So with that, family, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you found any value in this show, please share with your family. Share with your friends. If you'd like to support us, there's two ways you can do that. One, you can go to our Etsy store, www.etsy.com/shop/Nafeeza, Nafeezah, Ali. Nafeeza Ali. That's it. Etsy.com/shop/Nafeeza Ali. Okay. And also we got a Cash App. That Cash App is the Queen of Rap, WRAP, the number 19. So if you found some value in this show, you love what you heard, you want us to continue in this route, it's not that we're doing it for money, because that's not why. But of course, with anything, it can use some support. So if you'd like to do that, you can do that. Once again, we ask that you subscribe to the Final Call newspaper. You can do that at finalcalldigital.com. If you want to know more about how to eat to live, you can pick that up at store.finalcall.com, store.finalcall.com. And while you're on your journey, you're going to need some good spiritual food. You can get that at www.noi.org. That's on Sunday at 10 a.m., on Wednesday at 7:30, on Friday at 7:30. We look forward to seeing you there. If nobody told you today, we love you.
We love you.
But God loves you most of all.
Does.
Be the best.
Because
you are the best. All right? Have a blessed rest of your day. Once again, we're giving out a free gift to those who would listen to the show. All three. We got one more coming up, the Queen of Rap, where we're going to be talking about the universal life force, chi, prana, energy. We're going to be talking about that and what happens to the body when it's stagnant. Some say arthritis is the stagnation of the energy in the body. So you want to learn more about that, join us at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right on the Queen of Rap here live on Facebook.
Yes.
If you're not following us, if you'd like to do that, go ahead. And please share this information. All right, peace, fam.
Love you all. Have
a wonderful
awesome day.
rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in.
All right.